all have other people's input.
Look,
there needs to be editors. There needs to be constructive criticism. There needs to,
I am all for someone with a creative vision in their head going out and making a movie. That's brilliant. If you're the type of person that goes, right, I've got my story, there's all my characters, there's my script, now I'm going to direct this. I'm going to hire actors, I'm going to hire editors and sound mixers and so on, and we're going to make this movie. And someone comes up to you and goes, yeah, but see on page 67, this doesn't make sense because it contradicts what happened on page 36. And the person goes, shut up, sit down. Mm. It's always a creative process. They always say you make a movie 3 times. Yeah. When you write it, when you film it, and when you edit it.
You don't find the movie until you put it together.
Exactly. But the thing is, that's a huge collaborative process. Yeah. I'm a million miles away from the idea of movies designed by a committee. Because they're terrible. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about hiring people that you know and you trust that will tell you whenever you're screwing it up or whenever you're doing a good job.
Look, boil it down to the simple level. You and I do similar jobs.
Yeah.
I'm a newspaper sub-editor. The journalist writes the story goes to me, I go through it, make sure it's right, correct it, grammar, everything else. Then that goes to the chief sub who does the same.
Yeah.
And he corrects what I did. That's 3 people going through the thing. It's not because the journalist doesn't know what he's doing. It's not because I don't know what I'm doing. It's not because he doesn't know what he's doing. It's because those 3 eyes over it make it the perfect product.
Exactly.
That's why. I know what I'm doing, but my chief sub will find mistakes because nobody's perfect. The journalist knows what he's doing or she's doing, but I will find mistakes because nobody's perfect. That's how processes work.
Exactly.
And that's what's going wrong with Star Wars.
No, especially when you have such a big brand as this too.
Yeah.
You have to be careful. You have to manage it correctly.
But I think it was disregard for the fans. I think it was, they'll just take any out of shite, like.
Just make sure lightsabers hit each other.
Yeah,
make sure there's space battles. Bring Palpatine back. Everyone liked him. How do we bring Palpatine back? He exploded inside the Death Star reactor. Doesn't matter, bring him back.
Yeah.
Just say he's back. He's magic. He used the Force. He survived.
Yeah.
Do you know, like when you're a kid, right? And you get into an argument with your best friend because you're playing a game or something like that. And your mom comes over and goes, what the hell are you arguing about? Well, I can't do that because he said this, that, and the other. And your mom just slaps you across the back of the head and goes, shut up and play nice.
Yeah.
That's Kathleen Kennedy.
I know. Yeah.
You don't understand the rules of Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
He can't be an orc and a magician.
I know.
Shut up and play nice.
So the Kenobi series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not happening.
I don't think we're going to see that anytime soon.
No, we are not.
And they're talking about cutting it back to 4 episodes. 4 35-minute episodes is a movie.
4 episodes? Are you insane?
That's a movie.
But like, it's a miniseries. It's not even a miniseries. A miniseries would be 6 episodes.
Yeah.
What the hell?
I don't know.
Get your shit together, Lucasfilm. Seriously. You used to be so good.
We didn't talk about this either. The big interview that Kathleen Kennedy gave before Christmas as well, where she said about, we don't have comics and books to go on here.
Jesus.
Which, by the way...
Oh, my head still hurts from hearing that.
Which, on a very base level, was insulting because you have 35 years of expanded universe material to work from.
Oh, but
also...
Don't worry about that. That was all flushed down the toilet.
But I think you and I both know that was actually having a go at Game of Thrones and Kevin Feige.
In what way?
In that we don't have books to go from. In other words, this isn't Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
and we don't have comics to go from. Yeah. In other words, this isn't Marvel. So what she's trying to say is Star Wars is a brand new creative process.
No, it's not.
But this to me
you can literally draw from anything that's been written in the expanded universe.
That was a dig at the Game of Thrones guys because they walked away. It was also because we all know, I don't care what anybody says, Kevin Feige's not going to walk in, make a Star Wars movie and walk out.
No, he's not.
He's going to walk
in there to oversee.
And he's going to say to Jon Favreau, who he probably already has a really good working relationship with.
I'd say would do after Iron Man.
This is yours.
Yeah.
And Dave Filoni is your go-to guy.
Yeah.
And the two of yous are going to oversee where Star Wars goes for the next 20 years.
Exactly, because say what you want about the Marvel movies. Kevin Feige knows his shit.
Yeah.
He knows exactly who to hire. He knows exactly who's going to take good control and make good creative decisions with these franchises and these characters, because every single one's like a little cog in a big machine.
Yeah.
It has to work. If it doesn't work, the whole thing falls apart.
By the way, just talking about Kevin Feige, this is a story I haven't even had a chance to write yet. Sam Raimi.
Yeah, Doctor
is
Strange.
Going to do Doctor Strange?
Yes!
So hold on, let me get this right. Scott Derrickson walked because he wanted to make a horror movie, but Kevin Feige wouldn't do that. And then he hires probably the world's most famous horror movie director.
And controversial horror movie maker ever.
So they had to make Scott Derrickson walk because the movie might be too scared, but they hired the guy that created The Evil Dead.
The Evil Dead, yeah. And Drag Me to Hell and Darkman. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What?
But you know what, right? Sam Raimi knows when to put the brakes on.
Oh, yeah, he does.
So I don't think Scott Derrickson did.
Right.
So, like, if you look at things like the most Sam Raimiest Sam Raimi that ever Sam Raimi'd in the Spider-Man movies is the Doc Ock attack scene in Spider-Man 2.
In the operating theatre?
In the operating theatre.
Yeah.
And, like, you see, like, the woman's nails being ripped off as, like, she's being dragged onto the table.
Yeah.
Like, the little Evil Dead reference where you just see the chainsaw come up and start attacking the arms and stuff. Like, that's as far as he'll push it. He won't go any further than that. Whereas, because I think Sam Raimi understands the difference between a full-on horror and a pulpy, schlocky mess.
Yeah.
Whereas I think Scott Derrickson went into this going, okay, I've got my beef, I've paid my dues, I've made my little Marvel movie, there it is, it's got all the crazy visuals and effects of the day, I've proven myself, now it's time to make a Scott Derrickson movie.
Yeah.
Now it's not going to be a Marvel movie, it's going to be a Scott Derrickson movie, it's going to be dark and miserable. And I'm guessing one of the producers or Feige himself has come over, taken a look at it and went, no, you can't do this. Like, you have to rein it in a wee bit.
The most beautiful thing about this, though, I'm going to give you the best 5 words you've ever heard.
Oh, go for it.
Are you ready?
Uh-huh.
Bruce Campbell in the MCU.
Well, I got to change my boxers.
Bruce Campbell
in the
MCU.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Playing an older Kraven the Hunter.
Oh my God. I don't get... He can be the new Tony Stark.
For all I care, yeah.
Because there is nothing Bruce Campbell can't do.
Do you know what? It's just such a shame that Jake Gyllenhaal made Mysterio his own, because I would have still loved to have seen Bruce Campbell as Mysterio. That tickled me. Remember when they released the storyboards for Spider-Man 4? And Spider-Man was going... The movie starts with him going out busting all like the wee random criminals that Sam Raimi would never use as a main villain. So the montage ends with him busting into the police station with Mysterio. And he's like this big schlubby guy, and like, he's got like a bit of a belly on him and stuff. And they take off the fishbowl and it's Bruce Campbell.
Unbelievable.
What could have been.
But yeah, now of course it's not a done deal at the minute, but that's the talk.
Yeah.
So we're going to wrap up by talking about only 3 months later, the trailer for Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Yes, indeed, we are.
Now I know this trailer was actually met with very conflicting enthusiasm.
I think it's more to do with reaction to the 2016 movie than it is anything else.
Yeah.
Because whenever that movie was announced and whenever it came out, it split the Ghostbusters fandom in half. Where we now have a new demographic in there that like cheap, pathetic, pratfall slapstick movies.
Yeah.
And they don't like the subtle charm of the first two. Well, more the first one than anything else. So whenever this movie comes out and it starts off looking like a trailer for Stranger Things Season 4, a lot of people go, well, this is a bit po-faced. And it's got such reverence to it. Even though like it's the most irreverent franchise ever. It's just there's no... what's the best way to describe this? It's like it's so irreverent as a movie, Ghostbusters is, because it's taken things that are spiritual, it's taken entities from the other side and putting them into our world. And who are the people that are dealing with this? Are these people that, like, whenever they first see the library ghost, do they sit and stare at it in wonder as the swelling magical music plays? Oh my God, you guys, it's a ghost, isn't it beautiful? They freak out. Yeah. They lose their minds. They're basically 3 schlubby guys who just happen to be scientists that happen to be working this job. That's the joke. So whenever this movie comes out, and it doesn't have the nostalgia piano that it does for the first trailer for the 2016 movie. It has that magic almost from Walt Disney Pictures. It has one of those type things. You know, like whenever you see the wee girl looking at the jumpsuits and picking up the PK meter and all, and it's building and it's rising, and it's almost like the trailer for The Force Awakens. You know, where like the music's rising and you're getting hit in the feels, going like, look, it's spores, molds, and fungus. Oh my god! Oh, look, it's the Ecto-1! Ah! Yeah. It might be Slimer, but it might not be, but it also might be. Ah! You know, like, there's a lot of people I can see watching this going, what was that?
Yeah, I think a lot of people felt that way.
Like, the biggest joke is Finn Wolfhard saying, hey guys, remember that one summer where we hid under a table?
Yeah.
Or we died under a table?
Yeah, but see, this gets back to the thing that you and I understand, and a lot of people obviously do understand as well. Ghostbusters isn't just a standard comedy.
No, it's not.
It's a movie about 4 funny guys. It's not a comedy. Nobody else is playing. Nobody in Ghostbusters plays for laughs.
No.
Everybody's sarcastic and mouthy, but they don't play it for laughs.
Yeah, but that's the whole point of it.
Yeah.
It's the best type of comedy because it's for normal, everyday people reacting to something extraordinary.
Yeah, and that allows you to take Ghostbusters in any way, really. You can do a nice, serious movie. You can do a comedy. You can do, you know, as long as it's properly done. I watched the trailer a couple of times, and obviously I watched it numerous times. But, you know, do you remember the Chewie we're home moment?
Yeah.
I got that again with the call it fate,
call it luck, call it karma.
I was just like, oh my god, that's Venkman.
But even just like the little things as well, like Shandor Mining Corporation.
Yeah, and there's all the lovely nods, and then of course when you got the Ecto-1 to finally start up.
Yeah.
By the way,
the most CGI-est looking CGI that ever CGI'd whenever the Ecto-1's rocking around that cornfield.
Do you want to be well, Gel?
Huh?
Do you want to be well, Gel?
Well, Gel?
Yeah.
Go for it.
I got the poster of the car in the, in the field.
Oh, with the interdimensional portal thing in the background?
Yeah, I got the cinema poster.
Oh, did you right enough?
Yeah.
Good on you.
I have a mate who works in the cinema, and he was like, I have something you might want. I was like, woo!
Bring it on.
That's sort of cool.
When did you get that? Was that recently?
Yeah, just a few days ago.
A few days ago?
Yeah.
We're getting a new poster soon then?
Yeah. Yeah, I really, and the whole, you know, it's ripping off Stranger Things. No, Stranger Things exists because of movies like Ghostbusters.
Yeah, sure, they even pay homage to it in the second season of Stranger Things. Oh, by the way, I was like this close. I mean, and that's bollock close.
Right.
To picking up the Stranger Things Ghostbusters pack.
Right, I have it.
I held it in my hands on Forbidden Planet. I looked at the price and it was near £100. And I went, nah.
Have you looked online? You'd pick it up for half that.
I know.
When I got it, it was 40 something. And you can get it, because I know B&M Bargains and stuff had it.
B&M Bargains had it?
I haven't seen it, but a couple of the figures groups and stuff that I'm in, people are like, yeah, this is popping up in B&M Bargains. So you'll get it for 20 or 30 quid.
I'll keep an eye out for it.
It was weird, because I thought it was going to be a huge seller. It turns out it didn't sell well at all.
Really?
Yeah, it was really strange. It's lovely, by the way.
It is, yeah.
They're really beautiful figures.
They're so well detailed, and all the wee backpacks and all too. It looks like the little proton pack that I built as a kid, just like out of cardboard and duct tape.
The future of Ghostbusters after Ghostbusters Afterlife, is this going to be a pass in the torch? I mean, is it going to leave the door open for a new team?
I'd say that's exactly what it's doing.
So we get like Ghostbusters New Beginnings or something.
Well, if they have brains in their head, they'll call it Extreme Ghostbusters, but whatever. I'm not salty about that now. Yeah. That's why they've cast so young.
Yeah.
That's why, I think Finn Wolfhard's the oldest out of the four of them.
And I would think everybody's saying about him being a kid. He's like 18 or something now.
Yeah.
You know, so he's not really, I mean, he's a kid, yes, but...
But, like, what's he playing in the movie? He's playing like a 15-year-old, 16-year-old?
I think he's playing like a 15 or 16-year-old.
Something like that, right? McKenna Grace, she's, 12, 13?
Yeah. Who, by the way, looks completely enchanting in this movie. She looks like she's going to be
like
unreal.
Egon,
she's just Egon.
Like the horn-rimmed glasses, the big curly hair.
And that scene with the ball around the corner and she's sitting in the seat.
Yeah.
Unreal. And I get the, oh my god, kids driving the Ecto-1, but that's not what it's going to be.
That's not the point.
That's not what it's going to be. This franchise, I think, is going to move forward with Paul Rudd and Carrie Coon, is that what you call her?
Carrie Coon.
Yeah. As the new team.
I think Paul Rudd will take on the role that Egon had in Extreme Ghostbusters.
Okay.
He'll be the one that whenever shit hits the fan, he's got to suit up. But for the most part, there he is in the firehouse or the barn or wherever their new headquarters is going to be. And he's the one that says, okay, look, we've got a call, you got to go here, you got to do this, that, and the other. He's a combination of Venkman and Janine. I